Greetings, how are we doing today? And welcome to pile number 1 of the Pisces New Moon. Pick a card. If you resonated with this pyrite crystal, this one is beautiful. This reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at how you can use the Pisces New Moon energy and connect with your spiritual gifts within. Now, I structured this reading for those who don't really know or are unsure of their spiritual gifts. This way we can get some insight for you in regards to your spiritual gifts, okay? So go ahead and grab yourself something, get comfortable. This is for pile number 1. How can you work with the Pisces new moon to unlock the gifts that you have within that you might be unsure of, but that you know are within? Where are you today? Ooh, you got lots of options here, okay? And a card to represent your potential. It already feels like it's something within you, like you already know you have this gift, okay? Something exceptional about you. Have great amounts of luck. Things just kind of always seem to go in your favor. It might seem frustrating, may not start off that way, but it definitely does eventually kind of wind up in your favor. And look, you picked the pyrite, you know what I mean? So it's given that fool's gold, that gold. You go mining and you find something all the time. So that is something exceptional. How to get more in sync with your talents or gifts? You gotta change your relationship around money. You gotta stop feeling like there's something that's owed to you or frustrated about the flow of it to you. You've got to establish a new relation, something around a new relationship around money. Let's get a clarifier for that. Can we get how you can get more in sync? I think it's that you're kind of reluctant to see that your gifts can bring you the abundance. So if you're someone who's in the position of trying to figure out which should be your additional stream of income, and you have lots of spiritual gift qualifications, yeah, one, two, if not all of those spiritual gifts, maybe 4 of your spiritual gifts are the gifts that you should take action on. Yep. How to be more in harmony with your higher self, Nine of Swords. You've got to change your way of thinking, and we already explored that with looking at the Four of Pentacles here, where it's our relationship with money. We've got to change the way we think about a couple of things. We're having some delays. There's something that was said to us, something that was influenced onto us in regards to our way of thinking and the way we structure things and things needing to be a certain kind of way before you can start. If all of that resonates, then you've got to clear that up. Okay, that's going to help you get in more harmony with your higher self, because that's in resistance. You're in ego trying to activate spiritual gifts. You're in your head and you're trying to function from your heart. So there has to be an alignment here. Okay, this speaks to that too. Where you get grounded, you connect your crown chakra and your heart chakra. So balance those two. Maybe one is over, one's under. Maybe they're both under. You're going to need to balance out those chakras, and then that's also going to help you get in harmony with your higher self as well. How to flow freer with this info and new identified gifts. Really, 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 truly, truly, truly break up with the way that you're thinking. Your thought pattern is kind of structured to self-sabotage. There's a lot of ideas, a lot of ways to do things, lots of solutions, but then self-doubt comes out around it. And then we get hypercritical, and then we allow those things to stop us. That's a major blockage. The gifts that you have within are going to require you to stop overthinking. So literally, you're going to have to stop overthinking. You need to step up your meditation. You need to possibly open up your third eye as well, because if you're someone that is functioning and they are doing something to the lawn and they haven't done it in a minute, and I don't know why when I decide, please forgive me. Oh, and then they're out there doing these flight patterns every morning, just a busy. So I got that going. If you guys didn't know, I'm in Las Vegas, and I keep forgetting the name of the Air Force Base, but it's not Nellis Air Force Base. It's not that far, and they out there doing all types of flight patterns. But I guess that is coming to your message too. Like you're clouded with a lot of outside information. Things that don't pertain to you directly are clouded up in your head. People telling you their stories about how they tried something and it didn't work. People telling you, giving you advice that you didn't ask for. And they haven't even attempted the things that you're trying to attempt. So it's given a little jealousy. And if you've been wondering, yeah, they are. You've got to be able to think without all this outside influence, without the lawnmower, without the flight plans, without trying to remember all this outside information that's not in context or does not pertain to exactly what you got going on. Okay, when you're in that energy and you're in that space, it's important for you to tap into your intuition. Okay, this in the thought pattern is not working. You've got to connect with your third eye. Visualize you using the gifts. Visualize how these gifts can be monetized. Call in the different ways. Research the different ways. Take action. If you want to be in your head about it, then get mentally active. You know what I'm saying? Look online. Research. Look at people that you know and that you admire and you respect in these different fields, and look at what their settings are like. What do their pages look like? What are their bookings like? What are their numbers? What's the data? And then how can you structure it in a similar light? We're not going to copy anybody, but we're just going to see that it's possible to be done and do it for ourselves. Okay? So, pile number one, your spiritual gifts within are going to be unlocked once you stop overthinking. Okay? Once you remove the outside noise, the outside unnecessary input, then your spiritual gift's just gonna come to you like, that's what's up. That's me. That makes sense. It resonates with me. It feels good. And that's the energy that I want to be on. All right. I thank you, pile number one. And if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, go ahead and take a look in the comment section below, all the different offerings that I have, rituals, readings, and courses. I look forward to working with you and talk to you soon. All right. All right. Pile number two, come to the front. If you pick pile number two, you pick these heart-shaped bamboo style earrings. I love these earrings, but it's just something about them that spoke to me for this pick a card. Let's go ahead and pull some cards for pile number two. What does pile number two need to know this Pisces new moon? What gifts are unknown that are laying dormant within that they will be able to activate this Pisces new moon? Triple check. Alrighty, where are you today, pile number two? Oh, come on with the stack. Okay, let's do it like this. You today. All right, so pile number two has an awareness that you've got to nurture yourself. You've got to give yourself the energy and the love and the attention that you've been giving other people. It's necessary for it to come from within. All right, a card to represent your potential. You got the Knight of Wands. You really could be out here like doing all types of things, like sprinkling the energy here, riding here, going there, traveling, jet setting. It's giving Sagittarius energy, although it's a Temperance card. It's giving Sagittarius energy, okay? Oh no, it is Sagittarius energy because it is a Temperance card. But yes, it's given the traveling here, there, and everywhere, okay? Something exceptional about you. You really are willing, here, these two go together. You can really like say, this is over. I'm not good. It's not for me, and detach. And that's a gift. Some people might be coming at you like, oh my gosh, you're so willing to just let go and walk. Yeah, that's a gift. Okay, someone who's able to release. Okay, someone who is not too caught up in things. Someone who doesn't let things devastate them or dwell on it for too long. That is definitely a gift. Okay, how to get more in sync with these talents or gifts? Reflect. Now, come to an understanding. Are you kind of like able to move on to things as a trauma response, or are you able to move on to things because it doesn't I'm getting two words: hurt you or affect you. Okay, so if one of the two are true, there's this energy where you're being called to reflect on this. How can being able to release so easy? I'm feeling like a grief counselor. I don't know, that just totally interrupted the whole reading, but it feels like these bamboo earrings, this person is a grief counselor. Whether you're a man and you pick this pile, whether you're a woman and pick this pile, for whatever reason, you were drawn to those earrings, and it seems like you're someone who could fight in the spiritual realm, in the physical realm, like you about that life. You tapped into your intuition, you feel that connection, and you're like, you know what, I can help people move on from things that could have been extremely devastating. How do I come back from grief? They reach out to you and get shit popping. Okay. Now, the next one, how to be more in harmony with your higher self. Stop being so hard on yourself. I got you. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself. You've got to allow yourself to celebrate. Don't limit yourself. Don't brush past accomplishments and just move on to the next thing. Allow yourself the opportunity to really connect with what you just experienced and what you carried or what you completed. And then allow yourself to say, you know, you did that. Congratulate yourself. Validate yourself. Give yourself the applause. Okay. And then if you can pull up some friends and be like, hey, y'all, I just did blah, blah, blah. And these are the friends that are willing to celebrate with you. Good. That is a good look for you. Okay. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. There's a lot of cards here. Because I also feel like the high priestess belongs here. Like, to get in sync with, in harmony with your higher self, visualization. Okay, it's because you don't see it, you don't believe it. So how can you allow yourself the opportunity to visualize it? And that's invalidating yourself. Okay, because then you pretty much literally can see differently once you give yourself the accolades and the recognition. Sorry, I had to fix that. It was bothering me. Alrighty, so now let's take a look at how to flow freer with this information and new identified gifts. Okay, literally, as soon as you reflect on these talents and gifts, right? As soon as you allow yourself to understand how and why you're willing to detach and, you know, what's the reason, what is the response that you're walking away, what is the response that you're just saying, nah, I'm good. Once you connect with that, your third eye, inner knowing, is going to sharpen so fast. It'll take you in so many different directions. The movement is crazy. You will stay ready. Okay, new ideas, new creations, you're like going to be pumping it out. If you were wondering what should I do next or how can I perfect this offer, the how is just going to come to you, just going to bust it out. Like, you're going to be feeling so good because you're not seeking any exterior validation. You understand the work that you've put in, and you've put in the work, and the ideas is just flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing because you're giving yourself grace. Okay, you're understanding that you don't have to. I didn't. There's no be here, but you can be the bee that does a little bit here, does a little bit here, does a little bit there, does a little bit. Very versatile. Okay, versatile. That's the energy. Pile number 2 is very versatile. Okay, and how to flow freer with this information and new identified gifts. Solar plexus. You gotta believe, pile number 2, that you the shit. There's a little bit of doubt on who you are. Validate yourself. Once you give yourself that internal validation, the next player 2 should level up. Okay, the next level you will reach. That next thing, that next plateau, that next whatever it is that you're looking for, you're like, oh, what's next? It will be revealed to you because then you come to terms. Ain't nobody telling you nothing. I'm keep hearing, if you run today, you're going to be running for the rest of your life. A hurt person told you that. That's not fact. You are willing to walk away because the situations don't fit. It doesn't make any sense to try to squeeze I'm seeing like a big old circle into a square. It's going to bust. You can get it in there, but it's going to be tight in that square. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's not going to belong. So you understand that you don't stay in spaces and places that you don't belong. You don't even show up to them. So when it don't seem right, you walk away. So don't be so hard on yourself on the fact that you've chosen to give yourself the grace and the space and give yourself the attention that other people are expecting for you to give to them, just because it's okay that you don't do that anymore. The people pleasing, because you're in reflection of your own validation. So let's put it like this. So in reality, you are choosing to end situations that are dead, right? And no longer be held down by those situations. And then you're allowing yourself to walk into, you're holding the light out for yourself here. Okay. You're like, come this way. I got you. Okay. And then you're walking away from the bullshit. You're walking away from the dead end stuff. You're walking away from the things that don't make sense. And you're walking towards yourself, ready to support you with the knowledge and the lesson of these past experiences. So that your spiritual gifts, so that your higher self, so that you can unlock these gifts within, because you're no longer replaying and retelling other situations. Now you're moving in flow and understanding that this is a part of you all along. These gifts are a part of you all along. This particular gift, it really is a clairvoyance. It is an inner knowing, and it is creative. It's all of those things. It's an inner knowing, it's intuition, and it's a creative gift. You've got all of it. Use all those gifts to secure your bag. In the story, case closed. Work with this Pisces new moon to manifest your intuition, your inner knowing, and your creativity, because you got all of it. Message pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for this pick a card Pisces new moon reading. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, all of the information is down below. You can also check me out on Instagram at Tiki's Customs. Infinite love and gratitude. Greetings, pile number 3. Those who chose this. This is a vintage Fenty lip gloss. It's actually pretty cool. I love it. I love this color too. But let's go ahead and tap into your reading. Pile number 3. Oh, I got the sensory tingles on the top of my head. So I already feel like you guys sense things. You can feel things, okay? You might also hear things as well, because there goes those jets. But you definitely feel things. You feel presence. You get chills. You have this clear understanding that someone has come to visit you. Ashe, amen. I love that for you. If you're ready, let's go ahead and connect. What is this Pisces new moon? What spiritual gifts do you have within that you can connect with during this Pisces new moon? Let's go ahead. Where are you today? Okay, wish fulfilled. It feels like you're exactly where you want to be. Like you've been investigating certain things, putting in some work. You've been kind of curious as to the flow of things, wondering where you're going to go, but things are pretty much moving into your favor. A card to represent your potential. You got the Queen of Swords. Well, you're moving towards the future. So it's definitely giving me like clairvoyance, like seeing things, scrying, visualization. Like you're definitely in that realm, okay? You definitely have that, like just this inner knowing, okay? Let's get some clarification. We got the Two of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, see, so as long as you keep your emotions cool, you'll definitely be able to just kind of know what to choose. You'll know. You'll never feel like at a crossroads. You'll just be like, this or that. You'll be able to take a couple of breaths and then just decide, I'm going to go with this. Okay? Something exceptional about you. Something exceptional. Everything, baby, but something exceptional about pile number 3. Okay. Busy little bee and the King of Pentacles. So this is giving Capricorn energy. You're somebody that grinds and puts in the work and then reaps the reward. It's not just like a futile work. You don't just go in for the sake of going in. When you put in the work, you get the reward. And it feels good. So financially, pile number 3 is in a nice space. I'm seeing like modern things, luxury, clean, And that is a gift. Okay, that is definitely a gift. Keeping things clean, being able to secure the bag, having ideas, knowing what you should do, and they kind of work out in your favor. You work hard, you're busy, little bee, but you always get that honey, baby. All right. How to get more in sync with your talents and gifts, pile number three. How can pile number three get more in sync with their talents and gifts? We have the Knight of Swords and the Justice card. Bring more fairness into this, okay? Don't overwork yourself just because you know you're going to get the bag. You already know you're going to get the bag. So, in what ways can you be a little bit more fair to yourself and work smarter and not harder? In what ways can you just exert a little bit more brain power and a little bit less actual physical work to your situation, okay? You definitely are someone who has the power of the mind. You probably could just say, okay, I have this project, and then, excuse me, don't say just, I apologize. You probably can say, I have this project, line certain things up, and then say, it's all gonna work out in my favor, all is well, okay? And then all is well. You be worrying and going here, there, doing this, that, and the third, checking with that, sending this email, CCing that person, rereading this, and then having your kids check this, that. No, stop. Stop. Be a little bit more fair to yourself. Okay? You know what you're doing. Don't discredit yourself. That's how you're going to get more in sync with your gifts. Stop discrediting yourself. You know what you're doing. Don't be fact checking yourself. Don't be giving yourself more work. Don't be doing too much. For what? It's unfair to you. Okay? How to be more in harmony with your higher self. There is an emotional attachment to the hard work that we put in. And with that emotional attachment, it is unfair to you because you know the work is quality, right? Now, this is not the same thing as pile number two with validation, but you know that your work is quality, right? There is no need to wait around people like, oh, that was a good job. Yeah, I had to do the da 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 and the da 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 and the da 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 too. It wasn't just a one step project. I had to. No, no. Because ain't nobody coming around and giving you well, they might be giving you flowers, but they're not giving you the awards and accolades the way they should. Right? You're getting the flowers sent to you on the low low. They sent to your house. They're not even sent to you at work. Nobody publicly knows what's what. Okay? So you kind of got to walk away from the times overexerting. Doing too much is what I'm hearing. Doing too much is how, like, ending the doing too much is how you're going to get more in harmony with yourself. I'm just saying. Your higher self wants you to stop doing so much. You know what you need to do. You understand. So before you go, jump, leap, and take action, think. Think. Come up with a plan. Write it out. Journal it. And release any blockages that you have around it. Maybe you need to do like some sigils, okay? This visualization group three, pile number three, maybe you can start writing sigils so that you can see it, believe it. You know what I'm saying? Some chanting maybe to help you get in harmony with your higher self. How to flow freer with this information and these new identified gifts. Lots of calls to bringing things in harmony, balance, the Two of Cups, and magic. I was definitely seeing that, okay? So you got to flow freer with this information by stop restricting you. Like, stop restricting yourself. You'll know, like, oh, okay, I should do this to get this desired outcome. But then you be like, oh, I'll get to it. You put it off. Why? Your subconscious mind doesn't doubt you. Your conscious mind is doubting you. Why are you consciously stopping yourself from doing work that you know that you can do? The Queen of Wands is here giving the energy of like, you kind of got some serious spiritual gifts there. And you know how to work those. But the overthinking is stopping you from doing it. Yeah, well, stop overthinking and stop overworking and start doing things that are more in alignment with you. Don't force it. If it ain't a hell yes, it's a hell no, pile three. Okay? Because, you know, I think of like, high class, mysterious Rihanna when I think about that lip gloss. It's giving very much businesswoman, classy Capricorn style, right? But are you like that all the time? Does that work for you all the time? Does it feel good? Is that exhausting? Is that in alignment? Does it feel off? Does it feel like you're giving to more parts of you than others? And then there's one part of you that's just kind of like, well, this will do. And then there's another part of you that spiritually feels drained and depleted and left out. The original card of this, he has like the red ticket in his pocket. You've got it all going on for you, but you're depriving certain areas of yourself. Once you acknowledge that, yes, there is a spiritual gift within, then all those little manifestations that you do, and you're like, oh, wow, that worked out. Yeah, that was you. You put your magic on it, all the little secret rituals that you might be paying for on the side. Yeah, it's working because you believe in it. So now if you imagine, I'm not saying you got to be like coming out the spiritual closet or nothing like that, but you don't have to keep it so secret. You know the tools and the things that you need to do, so do them. Take action with them. Okay? That's how you get in flow with your gifts. You do them. You don't fight them. You don't say, "Oh, nah, that's not that." You believe that it is that, and then you do what's necessary to complete that mission. You don't run from that and then give yourself self-doubt around that. You believe that it's possible to manifest the things that you desire, Ashe Amen, and then you put whatever you need to, whatever plan you need to in action. You put the systems in place so that you can reach the goal that you desire. It's important for you to no longer doubt your gifts. No longer question, is this a gift or it is. It is. Okay? It totally is. All right, pile number 3. I thank you for tapping in and connecting with that. I hope that this message serves you. I want to also share with you guys what are some spiritual gifts. Speaking in tongues, interpreting those tongues, prophecy, someone who's a seer, someone who can have that discernment of spirits, a medium, someone who has the gift of miracles, a manifester, someone who has the word of knowledge, an oracle, someone who has the gift of healing, a Reiki practitioner, and someone with increased faith, a shaman. Okay? This is not, these are not maybe the most known spiritual gifts. Okay? If you've ever felt like you could just bust out in tongues and you may not have even known what it meant, but you felt good when you said it, that's a gift. Don't hide that. Don't keep that within. And then if you're someone who can understand, you hear somebody just bust out in Nishalala, and you're like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what that means. That is a gift. Okay? If you see things before it happens, it's a prophecy. You're a seer. If you know, you can recognize, okay, that's my grandmother. Oh, that's a visiting spirit. I don't know who that is. Oh, I see this person with a crown on their head, or I can see a chief. That is someone who is a medium. You can connect with different types of spirits. You can discern safe, danger. Okay, you have that inner knowing. So these are all gifts that are different, that may not be so obvious, and they want you to connect with them within. I'm going to go into this a little bit deeper in another video, but I just wanted to share with you. There are people think like, oh, I'm not psychic, or no, I can't read tarot, and they say, oh, I don't have any gifts. But if you're creating jewelry, did you know the real purpose of earring piercings and why people pierce their ears? They put these crystals near their ears to attune the frequency to help them open their third eye. So if you're creating jewelry, you are a spiritualist, okay? You have a spiritual gift, alrighty? So I hope that this video helped you. I hope that one of these piles resonated with you. If you made it to the end of the video, use code Springtime Sale to save on your own intuitive reading in person or virtual. I'm super grateful for you. I'm super grateful for you checking out this video. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it, and share it with a friend who would love to work with this Pisces new moon but not sure. Anyone who's curious on how to connect with their spiritual gifts. And I thank you again for checking this video out. You stay well, infinite love and gratitude. Bye.